Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Blackbull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Blackbull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Blackbull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Hey, start trading Forex indices and commodities with up to 800k of Blue Guardian's capital risk-free. Just pay a small one-time fee to take the challenge, hit a profit target and get funded. Then keep up to 90% of your profits and enjoy fast weekly payouts. Now for futures traders, Blue Guardian Futures offers up to 450k in funding with 100% profit on your first 15k. With low targets, no activation fees and unlimited resets, it's one of the best deals in the industry. Visit blueguardian.com or blueguardianfutures.com to start trading today and grab their limited time discount code.
Oh, at the stage. Okay, I'm supposed to do that. There you go. I was supposed to add the mic to the stage. Alright, so anyway, now we can continue here. The EA just took the trade right here when the profit, most of the trades actually do go into much bigger profits. So let's see what's happening here, right? I think we got 20, 25 pips out of that, but I'm not trying to be greedy. So I've been focusing on just keeping it at the 10 pip, even though so far most signals has been quite profitable, as you can see. This one here, 150. This one here, um, 73 so far, roughly plus. And now this one here running into like almost 40 pips already. Right. So 3 trades for the night. They're pretty decent. They went into right away into profits, so I like that. I'd rather take my 10 pip and go right away into profit and get out, so I can be done with it. And I don't just sit through this positive negative type of deal. And I can't afford the system to go even 20, 40, 50 pips negative. It looks really bad on the EA system. It's painful to watch because the drawdowns are big. So 10 pip is the way to go, at least for me. Alright, so let's finish up on the analysis here. What am I doing? Come on. Alright. Um, Alright, so let's finish up the analysis here. So we can really understand if market is gonna move. So this was the breakout point. Um, this was another breakout point here. Alright, so let's do Fibonacci from there. Alright, so as you can see, it came to the 1.27 location, roughly, and stopped there. So I'm gonna add a line there, and a line here for our next rejection. Then I'll adjust this 4-hour to this tip right there, because this 4-hour line here is actually this line here. So you see it touched 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and up here it only touched twice, but it's accurate because of the deviation, the deviation here, right? So from this region, it went up, down, up, broke down, retest, came down, then retested here, came down. Now it's hopefully just retesting here to come down again. So there's a possibility it might come down here. So let's verify that. Because it's been trending, I'm able to check this breakout point here, right? So let's see the move start here. Went up, came down. Alright, so went up to 100%. Now it's pulling back towards 50% here, 61% here. So it comes down here and we have market structure here at the same time. So I'll adjust this line right there. Right, so this is 61% at the same time, so X marks the spot. So next 4 hour bar might actually drop lower. Let's go down to the 1 hour. And we're saying it's going to drop here. As you can see, there's an EMA here, 100 EMA. We have 200 EMA here. So it's probably coming down to the 100. As you see, it likes to come down to the 100 and reject. 100 reject, 100 reject, right? So it's a possibility it's coming down to the 100. Then if it breaks this line and starts retesting it, then we may have our downtrend starting towards here, which is a nice move. Right, so it has to break the trend line, break the support resistance line. Let me adjust this a little bit more. Okay, break the support resistance line and then retest this whole area or this area and then start coming down here. So we may have a nice decent downtrending market. It's in a pullback zone at the moment though. This EMA actually doesn't hold it. It just sort of needs to be removed. What about the 50? Alright, so the 50 has been holding, right? Let me verify to make sure we have is an EMA. Okay. So the 50 is holding here. It's going to reject here, maybe do a small pullback. The question is where. So we have a head and shoulder forming over here. So let's map this out here. So our next pullback could be within this zone here. Okay. And then our next breakout could be within this zone here. So it has to break this in order to continue down here. It has to break this in order to continue up, back up to the previous high, which is here. Which, as you can see, we have some liquidity here. Now let's look at sentiment. So actually, let me go down one more. So it breaks here, it's going to come within this area, here or here. We should actually already tested this area and push down. So the next location would be testing. I mean, it sort of tested this area already. So next area is a big push to the upside. If it does go up, it's going to be a big push to the upside all the way back up to this location. Because that's the only thing that makes sense right now. So if it does push up, it's going to have to break this and then continue up. And then it's going to have to break this to continue down. So let's see if it will break that. Right. So that's our down move. Let me use a different line. So if it does push down here, then it's sort of going to push all the way here or here. It should make sense with a 61% pullback, which is this region here, right? This sort of blocked off area is our order block. And if you look left, there's an order block right here. So this little zone here marks out our liquidity zone, and order block is right there, right? Which was a fair value gap over here as well that it stopped at before it broke it and went. All right, I think that's it. This is sort of what we have for today. So if it breaks down, it's coming continue down. If it breaks up, it's gonna continue up, right? So I like to have my zones, whereas there's a center zone and then there's two end zones. I think that should be enough there. The question is taking entries, right? So when do you take entry? Well, that's why I have the system to help me take entry. So when it gets around those regions, it's going to give entries or give strong bullish data, strong bearish data, and then you sort of join into that data that it's giving. Right, so that's how that would work. So yesterday I took a stupid loss over here. This one. This one was an emotional close, right? It was doing very well at night, and then I came in the morning. I saw a drawdown, and as soon as I closed this drawdown, it went right up into profit. So that was my bad. And then now the EA has been working since then to make back those losses, which is almost finished making those losses, and then it's gonna start going profit again. So I'm not gonna interfere with this process. I'm gonna let it do its thing. Because overall emotions, emotions is what makes us bad traders. It's not so much our skills. We have the skills, we just don't have the mind to be strong enough. Alright, so let's go to 15. And the 15 minutes has been ranging there. Yeah, you would need a close outside of this box to continue down strong. But it looks like it's breaking out of this here. Right, so if I adjust this, actually, that right there, and this right here. So that's our tightest zone we can get, right? Never mind the wicks. Because as you can see, it can wick out anytime it wants. It has the close outside. And this is the tightest I can get this one. Right, so it breaks outside here. Right there. Because this was a support resistance. It came here, break down, retested, and then continue down. So this is the next zone it has to close outside of to go up. It's a big green arrow. What it is, the word signal there. If I put word signal, then also it's sort of giving advice on buy and sell, right? So I have to just use an arrow, which is just a symbol. I doing? All right, so we're here. So if I was to take a short position here, this has to close outside. So until it closes outside, we really don't want anything to do with it. And the stop loss needs to be above the current 30 minutes. The next 30 minutes has to open underneath here. Oh yeah, I didn't make some coffee yet. I gotta go make some coffee real quick. Oh, your sales went into profit. So Annika took some sales last night.
And the tip.
Right here. Right, because we had
5 minutes tip here.
Yeah, I don't remember how I drew that line over here for you. That trend line that you have there.
Oh, that's not yours. That's mine.
Oh, that's yours. Okay.
Yeah, yours was broken long time ago.
Oh, okay. So Annika had a
I
trend
used
line.
your thing over here.
Ah,
This
okay.
Fibonacci thing.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, she had used this rejection point. I had another line somewhere in the sky over here. The market's supposed to reject on.
It was 29, 69, 90.
Hold on. Let me put that in there. 39, 69, 90.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's right in the zone here.
Yeah. Because it was already inside the white box Fibonacci.
So we were originally thinking market is going to come up to 29.50. As you can see, it rejected quite strongly there. So if you look at it in hourly, that's a nice engulfing bearish bar reversal. Right? But you see the difference from this engulfing here versus these reversal points, these reversal points, these reversal points. This is the only one that looks like this, right? It engulfs the complete top of the candle and the complete bottom of the candle, including the second one here, the third one here. So it engulfs this whole area, this whole up move with one bar, and then that triggered the down move.
It did. It went up. It just didn't take my profit. And then I was like, down, back down.
Were you gonna buy?
Last night.
Oh.
Was it raining?
No, I'm just gonna put it in. It just didn't go far enough.
I was asking Angie if she was gonna buy. Not you guys.
There's no news at 8.
Yes, the big green arrow and a big magenta arrow sells, and the big green arrow is buy. And you'll hear the alarm as well during those arrows. It took 3 cells so far.
Oh, so that means RSI changed.
Not quite. So I have the average RSI here, and I have overall RSI here. So overall RSI is still bullish, but average RSI is bearish by 3, right? So we just had all the others, I think, shifting. I think the silvers are shifting. What's interesting is that all the silvers are 1 to 10, and all the gold are 10 to 8, which is odd because I've never seen it be so exact with each other.
What that means is it's so exact.
right? Usually they're super mixed up, but this time around, for the past since yesterday, actually, they were very exact with each other. So as you can see here, XAU Aussie is already pushing down further,
This one was bumping up.
right?
This one
XAU
also
Euro
bumping up.
pushed down a little bit further as well.
Look at that. Oh, do you remember I was breaking it down and bringing it down?
Yeah.
Silver is getting stuck
Remember, I
here.
kept looking at
Mhm,
it.
Silver is look like it's absorbing this area, but so we have to sort of pay attention to this, because if the silver starts pulling back, then it's gonna drag the gold back with it.
And the same thing.
Right? Oh, okay, no, never mind. It's not gonna pull back. These two silvers are already breaking out here. Yep, these two are already breaking out lower. So that means the probability of it going stronger to the downside increases.
mhm.
And the 4 hour was doing this over here somewhere. This one. This one was under. But it was going over.
So I have this thing set to take only one trade at a time. So one trade every time it comes to this 100 EMA. Other than that, it can sort of take a trade here, 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 and a trade here. If I increase the numbers of trade I want to take, so it would essentially take like 50 trades by morning, and I would have been in some much bigger profit, of course. That account would have already grown 20%.
Yeah, I don't have that combination.
But then I increase my chances of losing. So that's why I got to do that. I'd rather stick with like 30 pips profit so far for the day, and throughout the day it's gonna make another 5 or 6 trades, and that's another 50 or 60 pips, so 100 pips a day minus commissions, which is about 90 pips a day. So I want this here to flip bearish, the RSI to flip bearish on gold, and that's gonna sort of confirm that the downtrend has started, the daily downtrend, or at least a very, very strong downtrend. If this flips bearish, then we know we have a strong downtrend for a continuation. Until then, this is gonna keep me on the side that it's a possibility this could pull all the way back up. Right?
Another one. That's a turn. But this is important.
Yeah, that's a turnaround.
Remember yesterday I said I'm gonna take a risk for this particular bar
Yeah,
and this one closed.
yeah.
So let's see.
So what we has decided, so Annika took a sell right here at the edge. I can't remember how she drew that trend line here, to be honest. Maybe I took fix mine.
I have it here.
Well, I have to sign into Joe's.
Look. This is the start of the thing. It's 4 hours. You see this
Is that a
doji?
4 hour chart? Oh, okay. So 4 hour.
Where's that doji?
Oh, okay, right here. That's
Is
the
that
one
the
I
one?
drew. Yeah. And I went like that.
I guess I'm not sure. I just did the latest one, the one that latest one.
Yeah, this was the latest trend line.
I have
Right
a wick
there.
here. You don't have a wick there.
So yeah, she's using a different broker there. She's using Oanda.
Yeah, I only connected this one.
I'm using 8 cap.
You see?
So on Oanda, this wick is actually inside this trend line, right? Yeah, it's inside the trend line, right on it. Whereas 8 cap is it went out and then came back down.
I just
There.
connected this only.
Right?
His password. for sentiment. I want to be able to have the thing because you said I had to
yeah.
sign in.
Alright, hold on. Let me mute for a second. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so our initial thought process here was that this is going to be a big reversal all the way down to the end here, right? At least to this point here. If it breaks and retests coming to this point here, so Annika is going to hold her cells from up here to down here.
Yeah, it depends on how market acts.
Right, so it looks valid, of course. It looks definitely valid. Because this is market structure, so it's gonna come back to the market structure. It might range a little bit and then come, but it's gonna come. Let's see what news we have today.
I just came here, so I'm not gonna do my chart now.
I forgot I was supposed to cry in coffee.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to cry in coffee.
Alright, so Fed Chair Powell testifies, and then tomorrow is core CPI. So core CPI will make some serious movement. Inflation has been increasing. So last month was 0.2, now it's 0.3. I heard they spoke about it being it's increased to 3.2 or something like that. I think I read an article somewhere. It's in the freezer. Then we have core PPI and core retail sales. So we have a lot of inflation news coming in this week. So the inflation news is gonna sort of tell us what the tariffs are doing to the economy, and that's gonna help us move gold completely. But definitely, if inflation is up, then that indicates interest rate may want to be increased, or stay the same. So therefore, this can start dropping. So inflation goes up, then interest rate has to go up to calm it down. So let's look at the 30 minutes here.
She's crying. I'm gonna do the chart now to see what is going on. So I'm prepared.
Alright, so you can go ahead and grind the coffee, Angie. I'm gonna mute this for a second. Angie's gonna make some noise. If you guys have any questions, just put it in the chat over here.
Oh yeah, there is no anything because it's on the indicator. Where's this?
Guess how much was needed for our coffee? Like, you know, starting first.
Yeah, just as much, of course.
Oh, Yasin made a nice gain there. 37 gain. 37% up for her day. Or his day. Yasin. Ah, it's the guy. Yasin. Anyway, I am not in a trade. But there were Annika just took an entry of a sell.
Oh no, I didn't yet.
Not yet?
Uh-uh.
She's waiting. She's waiting. I take that back.
But I did. I have those two in there up there. 2 orders up there. Because the volatility is gonna come at 8, and now it's.
So Annika's gonna take a trade once it closes down here, and then we'll sort of monitor that from there. But based on what we're seeing here, 15 minute didn't break it either. Let's see if 10 minute broke it. 10 minute did not break it either. Right. 5 minutes. 5 minute is sort of breaking down here, but not quite. 5 minute did break down here and retest there, so that means this one is a continuation to the downside here. So that validates a sell. We have to wait 30 minutes to close though. Where's 30 minutes? So 30 minutes, 50 minutes to go. And it needs to close outside here in order to sell it.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna take a sell at? Right here. Because there was a range of 20 minutes and broke out. It decides not to come all the way up, so this is another area. You see, it was a range. It's a range.
Yeah.
It broke out. So I'm gonna take the box. Just have to fix the box.
What chart is that?
30 minutes.
Oh yeah, this range here. It did pull back up there already, no? And this 30-minute bar did came up there.
I can't see. Oh yeah, that was
That's a doji.
that's a this is on the indicator. But the 200 is there. This has been chopping lately, so I
It's maybe on the 5-minute you did it already.
yeah, the work.
Oh yeah, this pullback here. And I see this was the liquidity zone here as it came down under this particular location. Right, so this was a liquidity bar that actually got absorbed once more and then came down.
I have this orange line is important. Okay, where's my red line?
So this thing has to do a decent pullback in order to catch a trade, another trade. Right, so market has to pull back all the way to the 100 here, which is about 37 more pips, in order to sell again. Which this is Annika's liquidity zone here, but of course it got tested here already. So this would be your next liquidity zone above this, right? So if it pulls back and sort of jumps into this zone, passes its EMA, then I'll be able to take another trade.
So cool. I don't have to do this.
Oh, okay.
So they get bonus into stuff. Right? But this is not so this is just a pullback. I have to do this.
Yeah.
That's how come it's next time. It's just you have to draw it from the book. You see? Look how it looks like.
Okay.
You see the difference between when this opens inside here, you have to draw it like this.
Yeah.
Or it's on the strong.
Alright, so
Yeah.
It's so strong. Not going to
and 30 is pushing down here.
Oh yeah.
10 more minutes to go.
Oh why? I don't have to wait, right?
I don't know, you can do yourselves if you want.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I was waiting.
We can look at 50 minutes
For this,
actually.
no, this one. Is this important?
Yeah.
No, that's
Ah, okay.
you see. That's why I'm waiting.
Yeah, it needs to close underneath that.
Yeah, because it's important when we thought we not to take it on the resistance.
Yeah.
So here you see?
Yeah, that's true. You can't sell the resistance
Yeah,
either.
that's why I remember why I was waiting. That's why I was waiting.
Because you might want to go up to make a head and shoulder. As you can see, there's a head and shoulder pattern forming.
I have the screen box here.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't head and shoulder. It just breaks the low and it keeps running away, right?
So you want to take another step?
I want
But 50 minute close below.
First, you need to take this one.
Right. So we have the 50 minute that actually broke out. Once the 30 minute broke out, it looks like it's
just there is not being
keep
patient
going.
because of this.
right. So over here, a 50 minute actually did break out. So this could be a good sell. Next open on the next bar. So it dropped 40 pips at the moment. And then there's still a second entry. If this closes, we can take the new open bar as a second entry.
Oh, is it for what?
The E already took trades already. It already took one trade up here.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you tell me? I could have taken it.
No, this is before you came. This is as soon as I started the trade, we took a trade. But as you can see, this also went 90 pips in profit so far, or at least 65 just to be sure. So most of the trades has been like 50 pip profitable trades. This is that one trade that it
You
goes.
said you're gonna move your.
I know, I was gonna do that. So I have to start doing the manual adjustments, of course. Like I'm doing analysis today. I grab the take profit, move it down 50, 60 pips, or add it to the next target here. So I can at least capture some bigger profits during the live sessions. So I just start doing that, and to be honest, I am not as courageous as you think I am. I get scared too. But that's all it is, EA, so I don't get scared. I just trade. It just doesn't take. But I'm gonna start doing live eventually to adjust these. So I'll just wait for it to give a trade. It gives a trade. I adjust and take profit as educatedly as possible. That's a nice drop there.
I used to be courageous. I remember.
It's going towards the structure and it's coming up and
What's the sentiment saying, by the way? Is it still bullish?
Sentiment is saying that.
think it's saying most people are selling.
Um, average.
Oh, sentiment did decrease a bit because all this was green the other day.
Yeah.
It's just that Ducas is still Ducas and Wanda is still very bullish.
They always
Actually,
hold on to
Lucas
those.
added more buys because one of them was 21 and the other one was 29 or 27. So they actually added more buys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing Wanda at 78% sales. So the true reversal happens when all these shifts, when all of the retail traders starts buying, when they all believe that it's a strong buy energy. Then, so we have to wait until at least these two more flip sideways,
Mm.
and then they start all pointing down. Once they start all pointing down, then we will look for pullbacks and sell those pullbacks. I regret not pulling this take profit down. Shit. I gotta start doing that. Because in the coming weeks, it's gonna be very big moves, big swings.
Okay, so let's do our trend lines. So down already. Down. Let's see. I feel like they bring
That's the longest 30-minute bar to close, I tell you.
Okay, I feel like I can't read this market. It's like I can't find the structure of what it's doing.
Oh, then you need to delete everything on your chart. Just go again. That's why you need fresh eyes. Because what it is, when you have all the old stuff on your chart, you sort of forget to read them. But when you put new stuff on your chart,
No, I do have new stuff though.
No.
New stuff.
so what that if you're saying that you can't see what's happening, it means it's time for you to reanalyze your whole chart, so you can actually remember what's happening.
Just I had that Elliott wave that we were talking about that it did, and then now I don't know what the hell what it's making, what it's trying to do. Like, it's so ridiculous.
But it's trying to do a 61% pullback or 50% pullback on the previous up move. If you look at your 4-hour chart, you see there's one leg up,
Yeah,
so it has to pull back that leg,
yeah.
right? As it always does, and you have the trend line here that is actually coming down too.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what it's doing, just coming back to the structure. It's a reversal when you break the trend line at the bottom, then retest it. Then we have a reversal to the downside. But until then, it's still bullish. It's just that it has to come back down here and to go up again.
Yeah. Yes.
And it looks like it wants to do it right now, like right now. Okay, so we dropped 80 pips so far, 90 pips so far, 100 pips so far. That shit is fine.
Mm.
And I'm not in it. God damn.
Yeah.
Just turn it off. Just click off. I got it.
I can't connect it. Over here.
I like it.
my lack of courageousness screwed me over. I did say I want to solve it here.
You're fine. You're already in something.
You see, I completely lost my courageousness. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, I think so.
I lost my invisible pose that I never had.
This never actually gave a breakout on the 30-minute. It gave the breakout on 15 right here, right? This was the breakout. And now look, next 15-minute bar wide open and finish this move, which you can still enter next 15-minute bar, of course, and come down here to this point. And the move is going to be finished at this point. and we discussed that this is the order block here, this is the liquidity zone here, where this moved up. Now let's see how true that is though. If we do this, right? So the liquidity low volume locations. So you want to find that lowest volume location, which is here. That's our rejection zone. Right? So can we make it smaller though? Oh, thank you. Let's see here. Maybe up here.
I used to be like, Glenn, I deal with consequences.
Alright, so this is the lowest volume location here.
So wash my hair before I go.
You see, and this was the lowest volume over here. So let's see how accurate that is from this point, right? So you guys see what I'm doing here. So I take the lowest point here, the starting point to the ending point. Understand the volume in this location, and you see this is the lowest volume, the lowest area of volume. Market actually came down and then went up off of it. Right?
This is not being respected.
So this could be the additional sell we take. Of course, it's going to do some sort of pullback, but it's going to come down here inevitably. Alright, so another alert. So you see it took another trade here early in the day, 280 pips, right? And then this one here, 190 pips, and then this one here, 150 pips. Shit. I need to increase my take profits. Anyway, I'll leave this to this size so everyone can see when these arrows are popping up, and you're gonna get the alert in your computer as well. Because it's gonna pull back at some point and it's gonna start taking trades again. We just have to be patient. So this was the seller, additional seller waiting for on the 30-minute chart. But it's inside of this liquidity zone here, so it might fill this and then reject here. At least we know the reason why it has to reject in this zone. So if you took a sell on this open of this bar, right? Because this is the breakout bar here for the 30-minute chart at least. 30 minute. So this is the breakout 30-minute bar. This is the new open. So the sell would have had to be taken here. Right, so this is the sell you were waiting for. So if you took the sell and the open of the 30-minute bar, you're already 50% profit. You know what's funny is, so when I'm explaining the chart, I'm pretty accurate. When I'm trading myself, I get scared, I get emotional, and I do the wrong things. And I think that applies to everyone here in this chat, right? You're trading, and the reason we're doing all the wrong things is because we're trying to trade it ourselves. Yeah, on the 30-minute bar when it opened, because we were waiting for the breakout.
Which one, the 30 minutes?
Yeah, remember I said it broke out of the range over here? Instead of waiting for some retest, I just should have entered it.
Which doesn't keep me hooked.
Fear, yeah, I love the fear. Fear.
It's online. It doesn't reach. It's only to follow that through.
Okay, so the sell was supposed to be at market open. 30-minute bar open. Right? I think I've mentioned that earlier in the stream as well, that we're waiting for this breakout to happen. But it was happening in front of our eyes. It's a giant big breakout. And so the entry would have been at the second open bar, which now is pulling back up. But you would have at least made 50 pips already.
Thank goodness for my things to trace. I'm serious.
Alright, so the EA here, if you guys are on my channel later on today, it's gonna pull back, it's gonna give a trade. And you just listen and look for the trade. Right, which is a free system at the moment. Alright, so we have, let's see what's going on with dollar. So dollar is bullish at the moment. EMA is bullish, 78%. Gold is 64% bearish, and USD is 63% bearish. So therefore, this move is not going to be a sustainable down move. Right? It's going to reject in that area that I have at the bottom.
Seems like the market is holding good 1 hour. Because it used to be far away.
It's not. Why isn't it giving me that?
So it's market is rejecting off of previous week's high, previous weekly bar high.
Angie's annoyance is annoying.
Okay, I'm not annoyed.
She's like,
No.
she's like this whole one.
Because I have here, it says here 1 weekly high, right?
Yeah, it's on weekly.
I said weekly high?
No, this is weekly high. This
Okay, yeah. It said the weekly
I mean,
high.
it's on weekly wick. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
the
on
high.
the close one over here, I have a box. You see box?
Yeah, that's closed. That's just considered closed.
Yeah, this one I have.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a box there.
Okay, so you might just fill the weekly wick then.
Yeah, there's not too much. You see, I have this trend line here.
I mean, if it comes down to the bottom of your trend line, that's your take profit zone.
Yeah.
Alright, just remember, be the take profit trader. Because look, it's telling you, okay, it's time for take profits over there. Alright, so it came down to the bottom of the channel, of the 4-hour channel. Right? So it came down to the bottom of the 4-hour channel, which is supposed to be our take profit zone. So if you take profit zone is this location here, right?
Yeah, telling me yesterday how they're taking profits on the money. before the interest rate.
Yeah, but interest rate is nowhere close,
I know.
right? So
That's why they have to do it now.
no, that means they have many, many more days to take profits.
Um,
They usually take profit that 10 minutes before the interest rate closes, comes out. Alright, so next 4-hour bar might open, it might push down here, acting as a down move, and then come back in.
then I shall take profit.
Okay, but you gotta take profit.
I just said I shall take.
Annika took a trade over here at this edge, and
As usual.
over here she needs to take profit, because if she doesn't, then this thing goes back up. Then our trade was useless. How much profit are you in? How much
Oi.
pips?
Look, my coffee.
So she got. Did you? Are you 500 pips profit right now?
I need a bouncing.
You knocked over your coffee.
I don't know how
Did
much.
you go 500 pips?
Yeah,
profit?
500 to both of them.
There you go. She's 500 pips profit there, and she took that trade last night. Last night you took the trade,
Yeah.
right? Wow.
When the 4-hour opened up, I said this might be a sell, so I entered it. The first one went 50 pip against me, and then the other one on the top one is above it. So when 1 minute went like this and started and came back and retested it on 1 minute, I entered it another one.
Alright, so 30 minutes is gonna like really come down slow. Next 30-minute bar is gonna come down. Next 30 minutes bar is gonna come down. It's gonna close here and start rejecting. Because this is your extension bar. This is where all the latecomers are coming in, right? Let's look at the E8 to figure out where the next target is. Here, so we have a pullback target of up to here, and we have an additional sell target to the downside over here, which is 28.76. So 28.76.
Oh yeah, it came to retest the previous high of all the highs.
Okay, so
Oh,
this is where the next target is. So that means take profit zone is correct.
And what's this thing I have here? What is this? Oh no, this
So 5 minute has had too many bars coming straight down, right? So it's gonna want to do a 61% pullback here. It is a 34%, 28% pullback.
and that was this daily.
So we have a fair value gap right there. Right, which is your 50% to your 78% area. So if it pulls back, it's going to end up pulling back all the way into this zone, which our stop loss is still a little bit safe, which means now your stop loss has to be above there. And you're sort of taking 1-to-1. A few more pips to go. So you should be in 50 pip profit right now, if anyone took a sell. Even though we took the sell late, it's pretty decent profit. Why does the thing keep turning on?
What is that?
MT4. MT4 is like, don't forget about me over here.
So remember the good times.
This RSI is not changing. Why is it not changing? It's 10.8. So Aussie's doing a cluster here at the moment. See this? That means once it breaks it out, it's gonna do a pullback. So it's coming down to an extreme zone before it pulls back.
Yeah, let's go put
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn on signals and all these things. Of course, sound-free signals, because I want to see how they're actually performing.
I came to the area of $1. Dollar came to the daily stops too. To sound like a promotion person. My brain is stopped working completely. Oh, child, look, this is almost little bit before this one.
Yeah,
Maybe this is it. This is it.
maybe.
This is my true love is coming. I'm in the right track. I changed my mind. I don't want to get out of this.
Manual trading, true. Okay.
The sellers in the market are like women, constantly thinking, maybe this is the one. Maybe he is the one. Maybe this is the son. This is the son.
Okay.
Keep getting hurt.
Oof.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. It's in a very, very important area right now. That's what I'm saying. That's indicating messed me up right here. This one.
Mm.
Because it hasn't been
Yes.
very well. I've been watching it and I wasn't happy with its performance. Okay, it's rejecting me.
I'm just gonna stay there until maybe 10 o'clock comes.
Actually, okay, when it's done, it's pulled back.
It's like 8 o'clock.
I'm gonna enter another one finally.
Another sub. I don't even know if I until
Right here.
Let me make sure these things are on manual trading. Okay. Alright, so I'm putting all the silvers in to show some signals, because I want to see how effective it is on trading all the other pairs as well.
Oh, you know, this is the area where people would be buying. Just saying. It's a very, very nice buy area for people. Oh, 2 cents coming in.
Oh, look at the silver pushing down there. Alright, so silver pushed down. Pretty good. So therefore, our gold is going to push down soon after.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I remembered that a month ago we were looking at the correlation and we were talking about, actually you were saying that, oh, you see how silver ranges right before it drops, it
Yeah.
starts doing this, and that's why I entered that sell, because I was seeing that 4 hour was doing the 4 hour range,
Mm-hmm.
even though I forgot about our conversation. from the time after. Now this morning I came, I'm like, oh yeah, now that I did the sell, I remembered that you and I talked about how it becomes a range. When silver starts ranging, then gold changes,
Yeah.
right? But yesterday I entered because of the range of the 4 hour.
1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the fourth bearish bar on the 30-minute chart. We may get a fifth one, and then you can look for the pullback. Because after 5 bars, it likes a pullback. At least a little bit. Close bearish at
So
least.
you see, for those people who just in case, those are very, very important nuggets. I'm telling you guys that correlation. And oh, you guys want another secret correlation? I have another one here. I was telling Angie the other day. What's that alarm I have?
You sure it's not running through a... Okay, we're about to take profit on this trade here. So if you guys are still in this trade, great. You would have made 80 pips.
Yes. Here's one.
Did anyone take the trade to begin with? Let me find out. Did anyone took a trade?
I don't know what that sound is, you guys. It's just, I don't have
Annika
that.
you have an alert there. Look at what it says.
It says 5 minutes.
You have a 5-minute horizontal line that is
Where?
just keep hitting all the time.
Which one is that? This one?
Just go to alerts right there and delete it so it can shut up. Not there. That's not an alert. The clock is an alert. The clock. There you go.
Just one?
You can think you can delete all of them in one shot.
Yeah.
Menu. Delete all inactive. There.
I don't have any more. I don't even have active ones. Oh, you see, it's rejected from the 200 of the 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. So when we're doing analysis like that, you have to pay attention to the zones, right? So the zone here, if it's a 30-minute zone, it's based on this bit. This zone was based on a 30-minute chart, right? Because remember, we started off on the weekly, daily, 4-hour. So it was based off of the 4-hour and adjusted on the 30-minute. So because it was adjusted on the 30-minute, I had mentioned that we're waiting for a 30-minute breakout, right? Which, as you can see, this 30-minute did not break out. So I'm like, okay, we need to wait for the next 30-minute to break out. So this was the breakout here, and this was the sell here, right? However, if you go down to 15-minute, 50-minute broke out over here, right? So as you can see, so when you go back into the past, you will see that it was 50-minute was holding this area very well as well. Nothing was closing below it. So when this 15-minute closed below it, this was the additional cue to enter on this 15-minute bar, right? So the 50-minute gave the breakout early in advance while we were waiting for the 30-minute chart to break out, which both trades were actively good, right? You could have gotten 50 pip on this trade, and if you took the first trade off of the 15-minute breakout, we would have gotten an approximate here. Let's just pull these up because it looks like these trades are finished, right? So there was an approximate, geez, man, come on. Can't be 60 pip, had to be more than 60 pips. No, that's this trade. This trade here was an approximate 160 pips from this point here down, right? So so if we had taken the trade using the 50-minute breakout, we've gotten 160 pips. If you took the 30-minute breakout, you're at 50, 60 pips tops, right? This particular case, you would have gotten a maximum of 70 pips. I mean, it's still, I do think it's still gonna come all the way down here, but now we're sort of just pushing it, right? We're just sort of like forcing the trade down when it's already come in the zone, right? So this is the rejection zone here. And as you can see, how I got this rejection zone to figure out that this is the rejection zone is we use volume, starting volume to ending move, right? This was our lowest area. Okay, this is where the low area started here. Low volume, low volume. This was high volume. So all it did was came down to the lowest volume area because this was already traded. So it came down to this low liquidity area because this is where two candles, which 1, 2, this is where the biggest orders were hit, right? So for example, maybe if you had 100 people, only 2% moved it, right? So now it came back for that liquidity that was left behind there. And that's what it's absorbing right now into a doji. Did you get out?
No.
No. Okay. Just don't watch it go all the way back to your trade.
Yeah,
Because you have done that before. 600 pip profit and went back all the way back to your trade.
Yeah, also, do you guys want another nugget on the correlation? Because it's nice to learn something.
Okay, so Annika is going to tell you an additional thing she does
You
on
have,
correlation.
if you have the correlation chart, maybe they don't want to know. I don't know.
I mean, do you guys want to know about the correlation she uses and how she uses it? It's up to you, you know? You got to ask the question. No, that sound that she was hearing was that you were hearing. Annika had some alerts on a 5-minute chart that wouldn't stop ringing, and she couldn't find where the alert was.
Yeah.
On her chart
because it wasn't visible. Visibly was there.
On the EA, this is the sound you need to hear. Okay, you hit alert. Oh, what am I doing? Test. So that's the buy sound. I'm testing this just so you guys know. And this is the sell sound. Alert 2. It sounds like so.
Yeah. Sounds like so. I remember when you were putting those.
They like sound like mine, so.
And they sound like mine, so yeah.
Somehow.
You were saying like end of the world means it's a sound.
Yeah, end of the world sound.
Because there's a trauma behind those sounds. When Jai used to buy and
Yeah, when I used to buy and sell, I used to put losing trades as the alert 2 and winning trades as the so if it's going in my direction, in order to know it was going in my direction, I would use alert 1. If it's going against me, I would use alert 2. So so one of them was a sell sound. One of them always means I'm going the wrong direction. So I made those into buy and sell sounds. You know.
Those are the times we used to sleep downstairs on the floor middle of the night just to watch our trades.
Yeah, I used to go to work and I would set a bed up on the floor.
Oh no, that wasn't when we weren't working.
When I was going to work, when I just started trading, I would sleep on the couch over here, and the sound would keep going all night. You're losing. You're losing. Get up and check your trade.
Very bad, traumatizing window we opened the way. You guys are not therapists, so never mind. We're moving on. That is a very, very bad window we opened.
Y'all are trauma
dumping on you guys.
The sound brings back a lot of trauma.
I'm sure you guys have a lot of traumas, right? We understand.
But yeah, those sounds that I just played on the MT5, those are the buy and sell sound. So the one that sounds like the end of the world is the sell sound. And the one that sounds like Mario jumping up is the buy sound.
Oh, so what is the RSI now? I'm trying to see.
Oh yeah, so let's look at RSI. I told you RSI is still bullish, so it's gonna do decent pullbacks. See, RSI jumped up to 11 to 7, right? So it's gonna come back over here and it's gonna attempt to take another sell, right? As you can see, there's still a target here that it wants to come back to. But so if it comes to this green line and starts coming back down, it's gonna end up taking a small 10 pip sell. This is not a small move. This is a 30 pip move, but it's gonna take a sell soon. So keep an eye out on this because it will be giving us a sell shortly, maybe within the next hour or half hour.
4 hour has 30 minutes to go.
Okay, so after the 4-hour bar, it might give us a sell, but a sell is gonna be coming up at some point. So you see over here, it says 1. When it says 1, it means it's already taken the trade, which is this. It has to go back to 0 in order to take a trade again. So once this price hit this green line, this is gonna turn back to 0, and so therefore it's gonna start looking for a trade again.
I think you maybe might want to retrace back all the way to here to kind of mirror this. Not completely. I just mean that it needs to create another one of those.
Alright, so based on a 5-minute chart here, we have this rejection zone coming up next. Okay, and let's verify that rejection zone one more time. You get your volume profile from there to here, the starting point to the ending point of the move. Find the lowest volume, and that's gonna be your rejection point zone. So this is our rejection zone right there. Right, so it needs to come up here, and then it's gonna try to sell again. Okay, I'm gonna take these off because these trades are done. Next possible entry is this zone here for a sell. Okay, now I can put this in so you guys can see how this plays out. So roughly there. Stop loss is gonna be here. Take profit is gonna be at the most recent low, which is this. Right, so we have like 2.6 rewards there. Right, so we're waiting for it to come into this zone here and take a trade. That's our next possible entry. This is Annika as the one who sort of got me into doing these zones here, right? And then I started verifying them with volume analysis, and they work. They work very well. Because she would actually take a sell as this thing is pushing right up there, and then seconds later it would go into profit, right? And I used to be like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you selling
Some magic feature.
Why the hell are you selling a bullish bar right now? It's bumping like crazy into that zone." And she's like, "No, it's gonna reject here." Right, so I was able to confirm this zone after I saw her doing it on her screen over here next to me. So then I figured out why is it so important, and it's important because when you do the volume analysis, you can find it instantly.
But you're just doing it with their eyes.
She does it with bare eyes. She just watches it. She just sees them automatically. Right. So you see, for example, this move here, this drop. So if you do the same thing, you take your volume profile, put it there to there, and you find the lowest volume, right? Which is right here, right? And then you draw your box in that zone, and you wait for the rejection to come to it. Come on. And as you can see, price came right into it, filled it, and came down. Right? So it gave a lot of people a chance to enter here, and then it gives no one a chance to enter here. So it has to fill it back up. Right? Same thing here. Let's check this one out. Right? So we have a green bar there. So this doesn't count because you have your green. So you want a nice clean move. Okay?
With no drawdowns, you have to wait for the retest on the 5 minute.
So it goes from beginning to end. Zoom it up a little bit. So we had volume here, 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 and this is the lowest volume of the whole thing,
No.
right? So we had the lowest volume here out of the whole thing, this whole move, right there. And as you can see, price came into the lowest volume location, rejected, 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 nice sells, right? So that's a good way to get quick sells actually, and at least hold yourself more patient, right? Same thing with this drop here. So it looks like hindsight because it is hindsight, but there is proof behind the hindsight, right? So lowest volume of this whole move here, which would be right here, right? But also at the point of control, this was also the lowest volume here. Between the whole entire move, this was our lowest volume here. This right here, right? Then you had this piece over here, so you could add essentially only this or only this, and then see this as possible pullback location, which as you can see it pulled back into it and ranged into the low volume area. And once it ranged into the low volume area, it filled that volume and made it nice and strong, right? So that's what we're doing here now. Right, so we go back over here, look for the low volume area, which is this, and possibly this, but this is the lowest, so I'll go with the lowest, right?
How did that area look like?
And this time around, the EA is going to take a trade off the zone. Not off the zone, but once it starts rejecting to the downside, it's going to take a trade somewhere on the down as it goes down. Because it takes trade with momentum, so usually there has to be a lot of momentum in the market for it to take a trade.
Oh, let me see what's the move doing now.
It's doing bullish momentum right now. So RSI is 12 right now. RSI is in a high number at the moment. If this changes bullish, then the EA will not take a trade. If it stays bearish, the EA will take a trade down. You have 90% bear. Sells is 260 over 154. I wouldn't want to take a sell, to be honest, but I just have to let the system. That's what it does. So it's gonna reset this here as it goes up into that area.
Are you gonna see the silver chart on the 4 hour?
Sure. Ah, that's a nice big breakout.
Right.
Silvers looks like a downtrending market there.
Yeah.
But of course, there's pullbacks involved. All right, so this will reset once it closes. Should reset this. Come on, reset it.
Oh yeah, refresh it too. What happened to the course? I hope I didn't get a trade.
I only took one trade this morning. Okay, there you go. You see, so the bar closes, it resetted the sell trade it took. So now it's coming back down. It's going to take a sell right around this area, which I have a 30 pip cap there that it can take a trade in. Alright, so now it's ready to look for another sell trade if it starts selling. So you guys can wait for that sell trade that's going to be coming in. As of right now, as you can see, 185 over 256 is not quite of a difference. We need to have a pretty big difference in order to be a strong move to the upside or downside.
green box. They went back to the green box.
Alright, so let's see here. Market went up into the zone.
That's where I would have taken a trade earlier this morning.
Let's see
Went
what
back to
happens.
my-
So it needs to reject close below in order to take an entry, okay? So now we need to see a 5-minute close bearish below this zone in order to take a sell. Alright, that's it. This is the entry I'm calling, okay? So just watch it. When it happens, it happens. You can take 10 pip, you can take 15 pip, whatever the case is, you feel comfortable with. Because we do have up to this point to come down to today. Actually. Right? We marked out this location that it has to come down to. But this is a channel here, so it may want to come to the channel to end this day, which is about 600 pips of movement. 700 pips of movement. Usually these 700 pip type moves are reversal moves. So there's a possibility tomorrow is going to push up, tonight is going to push up, and then drop again to this next level here by the end of the week. So you might get a weekly close bearish, possibly. Alright, so the entry is not ready yet. Once the 5-minute closes below this, you take that sell. The EA should also take a sell during this drop down, but I would wait for the EA to take a sell in order to take a sell. So we know it's absorbing liquidity at the moment here. Okay. Also, as you can see on the 1-minute chart, it's at the 200 EMA here. Okay. So market likes to reject out the 200. So it hasn't quite tested the 200 yet. So we wanted to come test the 200 first and then start turning. Once it turns, it's gonna come and hit this 1.61 target. We have is that a 3% target out there? Or is it 0? 0.000. That's interesting. Let me increase the size of this screen. I know, it's like 0.68 or something. So anyways, it wants to test this 200 here, so be aware of that. And we're only allowed to take a sell if the correlation is matching. So red arrows sort of identifies a sell is coming in. Okay, it means that all the other metals are coming in with the same move. So that's why I try not to take a sell on the spot while everything is sort of bullish. Alright, so 5-minute here is rejecting. So once this 5-minute closes below here, I think we're going to be in good shape. And things are going to also change here on the EA as well. It's going to start shifting bearish again.
It's on the 200 at the moment.
Yeah, it's on the 200, so it might turn a range here. 5-minute might actually range. So that means this 5 minutes is actually going to be a square over here, right? So at this point, you sort of have this 5 minute range here, like so. There. Alright, so you might have a 5-minute range. Like we can take a break.
This is just in case. I'm gonna put alarm here. I know you guys don't like my alarms.
What is the alarm meaning? Sell?
Now, just in case.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, we'll be right back. You guys can watch the trade go in the meantime. But that's going to be sort of a breakout. We're looking for a close outside in order to sell it. And then the stop loss is going to be up above the range.
What? You don't remember me?
Did you take any trades today? Remember, you're supposed to take trades or your account will be lost. You have a 3-day limit.
Okay. I didn't know that.
You have to enter something.
That's why you need to read the.
How
you need to
much
check your
money did
credentials.
you lose yesterday on your board? Didn't you put stop loss on?
Yeah, of course. But I went down to
How many? I mean, how many?
I don't know. Now it's like this.
Compared to mine.
But yeah, I'm not taking sell yet.
Alright, so this thing is still ranging.
Oh, how many minutes left? 8 minutes left. Okay. Right.
So
You can actually hide it on your phone sometimes if you wanted to. That's what
I
I do.
didn't know it did that on its own, you know. I didn't put it on, it's just.
No, I mean this thing. If you click on this, it goes away. This thing.
um
Yeah,
I know, but you
so
hide it when you
let's see
open
here.
it, because
We're waiting
it's annoying.
for a bearish breakout of this zone to enter the sell, right? So don't enter the sell yet. I mean, if you entered it, then it's gonna happen anyway. But if you want an entry where you enter and then it goes for a quick scalp, then you can take that entry, because more than likely it's gonna come back down into this zone. So now let's check this volume here at this point to this point, right? Because that's the cleanest volume.
Oh, look, I entered the cell because of this, you see?
So more than likely, as you see, it jumps out inside this low volume zone here, and then at the bottom here we have a low volume zone.
Oh, that box that you drew?
So we have this little box here. Come on, come on. Right there. Right, so when it does come down and it closes bearish, the probability of it coming down to this box here now becomes likely. Which implies that we have a triangle forming.
I did the other way around. This is under.
Right, so we can enter sell if you guys want. It has 29 seconds to go. If it closes outside here, we can enter a sell to this point here.
I didn't tell you about your boxes you drew.
Give me 1 second here. If I did a fib level here. I want this to be at 50%.
No, I can't enter yet.
So market is gonna come sort of around this ranging area over here, and then go back up to this point until it breaks out, and then you'll have a much bigger move coming down here.
So when you draw your boxes, you see what I did here? You see when this, you see that 5 minutes box?
Yeah.
It ends up here, because how I taught Angie is that if you have the slows,
Right.
that becomes the box, not that. This becomes the box. And as you can see, it went and rejected. That's why I entered here.
Okay. You entered a sell up here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because you see, is it okay if I move this box for a second?
Yeah.
And then, so you see, if this box doesn't go like this anymore
Okay.
because of this gathering here. This becomes the point.
So Annika took the retest. She took a sell on this retest over here. Because she had a box over here. She had a small box over here that she took a sell on at this particular exact point here. So she's in profit at the moment.
Yeah. My sell ended up being in the, what price is this? 28.94, 49. So it's hanging out there right now.
So then the stop loss should be right above this previous wick here, above the high.
Yeah.
Right there. Right.
But it didn't happen on the week.
So take profit can either be here
I'm just waiting once to go
or here.
I'm just waiting for this.
Because market always likes to make a double bottom or clear the bottom out before it goes. Now let's check the EA to see where the target is located. So the target is located at the bottom over here, right? So more than likely it's gonna come and take this target out at the previous low.
Oh. Okay, 2 minutes for the 4 hour to close. You see, I put this box and it just came to me tested. Doesn't have to touch it.
So you see we had some self correlation here, we have a buy correlation here, but we have no correlation here. So we want to wait for a self correlation to happen. So I'm going to remind you guys here, buy alert is this, sell alert is this. Right, so you turn up your volume to get the sell alert when the sell comes in. Yeah, daily knocked out the ATR very quick. Right, you can see all the check marks. The check mark means when you see a check mark above these, it means the ATR is already finished. So ATR was finished at this point here when it took the first sell.
I'm hesitant not to sell.
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah.
I left the session this night. So this night. And you see it's low. But yesterday it was low. So when this was coming down, this was low was apparently. Just look over here. You see this thing was here. This is back this low. Back to the lower. So that's very interesting. If you put a line on the chart, that's what the line is like that. So that's very interesting. I didn't even know that that was lowering as well. I didn't even do that until I started playing games. That I would come and this would be so.
Yes.
This 200 is flat right now. Fuck, this thing went up even higher. It hit the stop loss. So if you guys are gonna stick around, let me set up my stream on my channel. And this one, because I'm just recording, so I can sort of monitor how the E8 did, what numbers worked, what numbers didn't work, right? So that's why I'm doing this stream. Alright, so the stream is back up. So just turn off your volume, listen for the signals to come in. It's going to take us at some point in time. It'll take 10 pip profit. And then you can make a decision whether you want to pull that take profit a little bit bigger or not. Also, we have sort of buy volume in here at the moment as well. Right, OBV is bullish. The tick chart volume is also bullish. It's above 0. So this needs to be below 0. This needs to be down, coming downwards in order to sell it. It's still riding this 200 moving average here though. 200 moving average is really flat right now. And then we have the 5 minutes 200 as well, where there's a target here. So probability of it coming down here now is likely, which is 97 pips before it actually starts selling again. So the system has actually changed bullish. It's not much difference, but it changed bullish for the moment. Maybe it's gonna go bullish out there. I don't know. Maybe up to this point, this is a pretty big move. 80 pip, 90 pip move. If it goes there. Alright, so this did not work out. It's probably coming to test his EMA here, which is a shit. 100 EMA. And also we have a trend line here that's coming towards. I'll leave this one here. This is the center trend line. So once it's finished dancing around here, it's gonna come dance around here. Unless it's gonna break out over here and then continue bullish again.
So look, it took this whole move from 7:30. 7:30 mark. It took everything. You see?
Dude, I wanted to take this back to the return because I thought, oh, it's gonna come up, but this thing is a news going to go up a bit. And I didn't take it because Mario was a pretty thing. Just anyway.
So it came down to the bottom trend line here, and then rejected. Went 1 hour bullish,
How look again to this
second
one.
hour bullish.
Yeah,
Remember this one?
Yeah, I know
I was
this
reading.
that's what I was saying.
So it might range there, back and forth.
So I didn't want to try. I was saying, I don't know.
And this is gonna continue bullish all the rest of the day up to here. This is our next top zone. Alright guys, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have to head out now because I have to go to work soon.
Oh, did you drink this box?
What box?
7 minutes. This box. Let me show you.
Well, I have this one here, which is the support resistance that it broke out of earlier. It is now retesting.
Yeah, that's the green box.
It's either making me look for 4 hours, it's actually going to go back up soon.
So M30 is really the best chart to look at actually, because look at this rejection wick here. The next bar was open, right? So 30 minute is pretty good to look at. You sort of get defined answers on 30 minute.
Which is on 1 hour from this.
So 30 minute might actually range here now, actually, because see this indicator how flat it's getting over here in this location, similar to when this was getting flat here, except this it changed red, right? It changed red over here as well. Alright, I'm gonna head out now, guys. Thank you for joining me. My live stream is still running on my channel here, so you guys can check it out if necessary. It's mostly for my personal recording, but it's there for you as well if you want to look at it.
I need to turn off the sound. On the blue.
I'm not even going.
On the blue.
I know it's true that you don't know what's going on yet this one. It could be just making me
Because that's the retest I was telling you I was waiting for to
So
enter.
Annika entered a cell up here now again. So she entered a cell over here, and now she entered a cell over here.
Because when I was waiting for that retest after a range, it never did, so it just kept going down. So if I had entered it over there, it would have come back to my order right now. So this way, I just entered it, and it's supposed to be going down after this.
Well, on 5 minutes here, let's see what we have on 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we have a 1, 2, 3 leg pullback, which is good. 3 leg pullback is pretty good pullback. Okay, so this zone here is still valid, right? So that means you might want to come all the way back down here now again. Alright, so I'm gonna set this up here like this. So Anika just took a sell right there. Take profit is there, stop loss is right there.
The take profit could be all the way right here. You see this 28.69 because of the daily this daily tax closes.
Alright, so that's the last trade I'm calling there. Anika is in this trade at the moment. Alright guys, see you next week.
Oh, this one,
Mm-hmm.
Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Hey, start trading Forex indices and commodities with up to 800k of Blue Guardian's capital risk-free. Just pay a small one-time fee to take the challenge, hit a profit target and get funded. Then keep up to 90% of your profits and enjoy fast weekly payouts. Now for futures traders, Blue Guardian Futures offers up to 450k in funding with 100% profit on your first 15k. With low targets, no activation fees and unlimited resets, it's one of the best deals in the industry. Visit blueguardian.com or blueguardianfutures.com to start trading today and grab their limited time discount code.